From the campus of North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, you're watching Aggie Weekly.
Hello, and welcome to an Aggie Weekly News Update, where we bring pride to news. I'm Lacey Ollison.
And I'm Andre Turnbow.
A South Carolina police officer is behind bars after a shooting took place.
The shooting was caught on tape. Now, the video you're about to see may be graphic to some people. Michael Slager is being charged for the murder of Walter Scott. Scott's family attorney is calling the person who recorded the video a hero.
The person who filmed the video is a hero. Many times in this country we see things and we may film it or take a picture of it, and we don't turn it in to the police or let them know what's going on. We don't give it to the family who has been wronged, and this person stood up. Like, we all need to stand up for things.
Investigators say the officer stopped Scott for a broken taillight. The North Charleston police chief says when he saw the video, his heart broke.
Spring weather brings more than just blossoming flowers. Severe weather is a concern as well.
Reporter Zaira Savage is outside the Guilford County's emergency services to tell us what you need to know to stay safe.
Guilford County Emergency Services tells me that every family should have a plan for dealing with severe weather.
Well, we ask families to make sure that they have an emergency plan so they know how to get in touch with each other. They also know how to get out of their house if they need to.
They also tell me you should stay prepared. You can do that by making an emergency supplies kit before the disaster hits. In that kit, you should have water, 1 gallon per person per day, and food that will last you up to 7 days. They also say you should have batteries for your flashlights and your hand-cranked radio, and a first aid kit just in case something happens. Lastly, they tell me to stay informed. You can do that by downloading the Ready North Carolina app on your phone, which gives you lots of tips on how to stay safe during the bad weather.
Thanks, Cyrus. The Guilford County Emergency Services has over 100 partners to help in case of an emergency.
The man accused of killing 3 students from the University of North Carolina could possibly face the death penalty. Craig Hicks' trial began earlier this week. The victim's family is pushing for hate crime charges to be filed. They feel the students were targeted because they believed in the Muslim faith. Police have stated the shootings could have taken place because of the long dispute over parking spaces. The judge will decide if a hate crime or death penalty can be applied to this case.
A student admitted to hanging a noose on the campus of Duke University. The stunt caused a lot of racial controversy. Duke would not identify the student due to federal privacy laws, but the student will face conduct review.
The investigation will be thorough. The judicial process provides ample means for the student to discuss any basis for the behavior, and then a hearing panel will ultimately review the case and determine what an appropriate sanction may be.
Students and faculty gathered close to where the noose was discovered. They marched together chanting, "We are not afraid, we stand together."
The Blue Devils take home yet another NCAA championship this year. Monday night's game against Wisconsin was a close one, but Duke prevailed in the end with a final score of 68-63. Tyus Jones and Grayson Allen were 2 star players, scoring a combined 29 points of Duke's 37 at halftime, a game worthy of a national title.
A pop quiz, a student's worst nightmare. And in 1969, A&T students demanded the university discontinue pop quizzes. Well, is that policy still in effect? Ashley Wilson has the story.
It is a way for faculty to manage their classroom and attendance. That's pretty much what it's been used in the past for.
It's like a OMG feeling, like what is it about to be about?
It's gonna make you have your stuff together.
According to a 1969 magazine issue, over 40 years ago, North Carolina A&T students occupied this very administration building. But what were their demands? They were protesting that A&T discontinue pop quizzes. But is this policy still in effect? You'll find out soon enough. Pop quizzes are defined as brief examinations that are given to students without warning or notice. And a 1969 issue of Jet magazine provides evidence that these surprise assessments were once banned from the university. I spoke with students and administrators to see if this policy is enforced or simply forgotten.
I want them to bring it back because, like, if you study, you really going to pass the test, and if you don't, it's on you.
It's kind of like a setup for free because you really don't know the material that much, and it's at a random time.
Campus-wide, it's uncertain if pop quizzes are prohibited, but the Vice Provost of Academic Affairs was able to clarify the issue.
Right now, we do not have any policy on the books regarding pop quizzes. I don't think the university will ever have a policy against pop quizzes.
Louis C. Dowdy was the president of A&T during the protest. A search is being conducted to find the memo he proposed in response to the students' demands.
When you go shopping, have you ever noticed that sometimes you spend more than what you thought? There's a reason for that. Stay with us and find out how you're being tricked by retailers.
He's been called the conscience of the United States Congress. Which civil rights activist turned U.S. representative will speak at graduation after the break?
This is an A&T Historical Minute, and I'm Alex Ravel. Bluford Library. To many students, the name is very familiar, but this is not the original Bluford Library. The original Bluford Library was built in 1955. The library was named after the university's third president, Ferdinand Douglass Bluford, who served from 1925 to 1955. The current Bluford Library, dedicated in 1991, cost $16 million. The library currently offers over 700,000 volumes and over 60,000 ebooks. The library also offers iPads, Kindles, e-readers, and more electronics to check out. On the second floor now contains a lounge for students to eat and drink in. The library is 153,000 square feet and can hold over 1,000 students comfortably. I'm Alex Ravel, and this has been the A&T Historical Minute.
This is our world. It's a place of wonder, a place of opportunity. It's also a place that graduates of North Carolina A&T State University enter with grand ambition. Classrooms, hospitals, corner offices, laboratories. These are the places where our students flourish. It's proof our graduates leave here prepared for the careers that await them. It's why you'll find Aggies everywhere, making a difference in the world.
Welcome back to an Aggie Weekly Update, and thanks for staying with us.
All right, so you plan a shopping trip and you plan how much you're going to spend. But when you get there, the store has other plans for you.
Ashley Wilson is here to tell you tricks retailers use to get you to overspend.
So how many of us love shopping? I know I do, but sometimes I end up overspending. I thought it was just because I had a spending problem. As it turns out, retailers set it up for you to overspend. So here are some things to look out for when you're shopping. Once you get inside the store, walk to the left. Most of these populations, they're actually right-handed. Therefore, the retailers take advantage of that. They place the items that they mark up to the right of the store. So if you walk to the left, you have a better chance of finding the best deals. If you're looking for the best prices, look to the bottom left of the shelf. Now for clearance sections, for the most part, they are so messy. Retailers do this on purpose. If you sort through the unfolded shirts, you will often find something nice. But don't be fooled by the BOGO displays. They often get you to buy things that you would never even buy in the first place. But before a huge sale, some stores even mark up their prices 1 or 2 weeks before. That way these deals even look better, but in actuality, it's not really a deal at all. So now you know the tips and tricks, and the next time you're out shopping, you should try your best not to overspend.
Okay, so this gives me some kind of relief to know that the shopping problem that I have is not all my fault. So I don't have to take all the blame.
You have a shopping problem?
Huge. It's huge.
Oh my God.
Recovering. I'm recovering.
You're recovering.
I'm recovering.
So you're a recovering shopaholic. Is
Yes.
that what you're telling me? Okay. The theater department is here, ready for its next production. This time, they're touching on a subject most people don't.
Plus, new forms of social media are always popping up. Find out some of the newest forms of social media after the break.
This is our world. It's a place of wonder, a place of opportunity. It's also a place that graduates of North Carolina A&T State University enter with grand ambition. Classrooms, hospitals, corner offices, laboratories. These are the places where our students flourish. It's proof our graduates leave here prepared for the careers that await them. It's why you'll find Aggies everywhere, making a difference in the world.
No Dwelling Homeless in America is the last play to hit the stage at the Paul Robeson Theater.
The play's theme hits close to home for the Guilford County community.
I am researching the subject of homelessness, and I'm condensing and crunching all of the facts and figures and interviews into an artistic script.
It is estimated that 949 individuals experience homelessness on any given night in our area. The play will premiere April 16th at 7 p.m. and will run for 2 weeks. Following the Sunday, April 19th performance, a community talkback will take place to discuss this issue.
Representative John Lewis will be giving the commencement address for A&T's May 2015 graduates. He was a 1961 Freedom Rider, speaker at the March on Washington, and led 600 people across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in the Selma to Montgomery March. For all of his activism, Lewis will be receiving the 2015 Human Rights Medal for reflecting the courage of the A&T 4. Sometimes they are overlooked when new apps are created, but this new addition to Vine has kids smiling because it's for them. Reporter Marilyn Parker is in the newsroom to tell us more about this ever-growing business of social media. So Marilyn, can you tell us what's going on with this new app?
Sure, Andre. So if you take a look in your Play Store right now, you'll see so many apps that are available. But recently, Vine has targeted a new audience, kids. Vine Kids is only available in the Apple Play Store, and it features fun and engaging videos for kids of all ages. Hopefully, it'll make its way over to the Android side. Now, with all the apps available, some may argue that it's simply not for everyone. Twitter just released a new app called Periscope. Periscope allows you to stream live broadcasts from wherever you are. It gives your followers a chance to like and comment on your video as you're streaming them. Periscope has proven to be beneficial to businesses, broadcast journalism, and even politics. But what are its dangerous aspects? People now have the opportunity to find where you are while you're there. Is this the new way of technology?
Thanks, Marilyn. Next year is Twitter's 10-year anniversary, and they have definitely come a long way.
Thank you for watching Aggie Weekly, where we bring pride to news. To keep up with the latest news, follow us on Instagram at AggieWeekly1415 and on Twitter at Aggie Weekly.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Aggie Weekly Newscast. If you see or hear something, we want to know. So send us an email at AggieWeeklyNewscast@gmail.com. I'm Lacey Ollison.
And I'm Andre Turnbow. And have a great day.